Hello, everybody. My name is NC, and today is my second episode of the Campfire podcast. Today, my guests today will be David.
Hello.
Rob.
Hello, hello.
And Taco.
Hello.
We're Richard. Okay, today, there's 4 people on the podcast. Hopefully it won't be too chaotic. Let's get started. The first topic I want to talk about is, what was your guys' full opinion on the jetpack era of COD? Like, your opinion as a player, your opinion as a competitive watcher of the competitive scene. Like, what do you think was great about it and helped COD, or what do you think people hate about it, and just your full opinion on the era? So AW to IW.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I started comp in AW, so my first comp was jetpack. And I thought it was honestly really cool. Well, I thought AW was, and then I think it got worse and worse as time went on though. I guess new games.
Do you think that was the peak?
Yeah, I think that was AW was definitely the peak of the jetpack era.
I would disagree.
And,
I would say that BO3 was definitely the peak. I would say AW is definitely the second best, and I'd say IW is definitely the worst jetpack.
Yeah.
I
think
can see the IW being the worst, but I
Yeah.
still think AW has BO3 beat.
Okay, why do you? What is your main reason why you think? Why do you think it was?
I feel like the movement system in BO3 was a little more cheap. You can wall run. In AW you can't wall run. You can just slide and dash, I guess. Yeah.
Okay,
I like that better than
You
wall
can
run.
also jump dash backwards, and then you're behind the guy, and all you have to do is shoot him from the back.
True, that was an annoying
That's true.
aspect.
BO3 was a more balanced jetpack system.
Taco, your
I
opinion?
feel like both had their. Okay.
I feel like IW personally was by far the worst jetpack, just because they didn't do anything new. Look at AW. They first invented jetpacks. So it's that's where it started as the president, and then Black Ops 3 came out and they developed this whole new system for use of jetpacks, and people were into that. People were like, oh, this is way different. That's pretty much why he expended his lifetime. In my eyes, I felt like IW was the worst because they really didn't do anything new. Specialist was all everything. The guns felt so generic, and the whole movement system was already made by Black Ops 3. And I feel like that's why IW just underperformed, in my opinion.
I can agree on that. My opinion is similar to Dave's, where, in my opinion, I feel like AW was as a whole, as a player aspect, was just, in my opinion, more fun to play with the dashing and the the dashing sideways, backwards, up. I like that a lot more than the wall runs, especially in early BO3. I feel like there's a lot of exploits that could be used, and then IW is definitely the worst. IW is essentially BO3, but with shitty gun balance. So, in my opinion, as a player standpoint, I think it goes AW, BO3, IW. But from a comp standpoint, like the actual scene, a BO3 is easily the most influential comp game as just a whole, as a whole. Everybody loved that game. Everybody, pros went back to play it whenever there was a shit game like IW, and hell, even pros are going back to play it now. So I think BO3 definitely got the community back alive again, especially with Optic Gaming be the best team in that game for that era. So I think that helped a lot too. But I think BO3 for the scene was the best though.
I thought, well, maybe it might have had something to do with it that it was my first comp, but I felt like AW comp was way more fun to watch than BO3 comp. That was just me.
I would agree with that. I didn't watch very much of BO3 comp. It's hard to get into, more fun to play.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Eliminated.
Taco.
Enemy
Yeah. In my opinion, AW is a lot better COD to watch, but BO3 is a better COD to play, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
And it's all just a visual standpoint, because I feel like AW graphics weren't as vibrant as Black Ops 3 graphics. I feel like Treyarch has the best graphics out of the three because their colors pop out, And
Yeah.
it's just more pleasing to see. Other than not Activision, the people who make Ghost, their graphics are very bland and boring, in my opinion. That's why I think Black Ops 3 is just a better game to play. But AW, the movement system allows for hectic gameplay, and I think the viewer enjoyed that more than Black Ops 3. But between the two, I'd say AW is better to watch, and then Black Ops 3 was better to play.
I can agree with that. I want to give a take on IW real quick to end this topic. I feel like besides just like the gun balancing, from like a player standpoint, the game was just terrible, in my opinion, to play. I think there's just so many problems with the game, and it just felt like a reskinned BO2 just made for Infinity Ward, or made by Infinity Ward. But I feel like watching it also was just really like hard to understand, because like the meta changed like literally every event. Like if you just got into IW and you see like 5 events go by and you see different metas every tournament, you know, you're gonna get lost. And like it wasn't even like a small meta like a perk. It was the OSA, then NV4 K-bar, then all K-bar, then ERAD K-bar, and then went back to K-bar only. It was hard to keep up with.
Yeah, because
really
it wasn't
was.
familiar. It wasn't familiar at all. Like, you didn't have something to lean on. Like, let's say someone took like 2-week break, come back, and it's like almost a completely new game. No familiarity.
Meta,
yeah, and it's pretty much a detergent just to stay away from the game because you don't know what's going on, you know?
Yeah, and even from like for teams too. Like I'm sure like the meta switch helped tons of teams. Like Envy went from getting like what top 64 to tournament to getting second at Champs and Season 2. Like that had to be something with the meta. Like watching Envy throughout that year, like they were garbage for the first part of the year, and then turned into the second best team. Like that's just odd. It's just odd. So I just feel like IW is just not good. It's just good for either side. Comp or
that
player.
game's terrible.
It's by far the worst Call of Duty in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, can I start the next topic?
Does anybody have something else to say about this topic or not?
I'm out of here.
Last thing I would like to add to COD, I think they should bring back underage players. Like I felt like that brought like excitement to Advanced Warfare, like Hugh.
Oh yeah.
So you're saying 100%. like under 18?
Yeah,
Okay.
underage.
For sure.
Okay. I can agree with that. I
Like excitement.
seeing like the EU cadets, like Cilium, Illy, Simp.
Oh, Simp, yeah.
They would take teams at least. They might take teams at, like maybe game 4 because I don't know about respawns, but S&D they could be top teams in S&D for sure. I mean, they help United right now with S&D strats.
I think they could be better than most like bottom tier pro teams.
Honestly,
Honestly.
100%. Yeah, they can definitely get into like a. They can probably make it out of pool play, you know, if their circumstances presented itself.
And they can still hardpoint, yeah, for sure.
You made the right decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, we're good. Alright, this is going to Fortnite because I've really started to like this game a lot more.
Fortnite.
I was talking to Resist about this the other day, and I kind of figured that I might as well bring it up. What do you guys think is better, the blue tack or the gold heavy shotty? So like the best tack versus the best heavy shotgun.
Okay.
From my standpoint, okay, go, buddy.
Okay. See, the heavy shotgun is better for players that play their height, like not people that run and jump off of like a ramp, because it gives you that extra damage at range. And if you hit a headshot, it's gonna be like, I think 90 to like 110. So then it's only 2 shots. It's obviously not as fast as the tack, to where you can just like spam it. But it's not as slow as the pump to where you can't like shoot twice before you die.
Okay.
I would say the heavy shotgun.
Heavy shotgun.
In my opinion, okay, so I haven't been like playing Fortnite as much as I used to, so like haven't gotten a feel for like it completely. But like I've played with them, and I think I have a good opinion. In my opinion, when I'm like what Rob said, when coming to building, if you get that height advantage with a heavy shotgun, that's what you want. That's what you're gonna try and build faster than the other person to get the height advantage, try and sneak a shot in. But like for my personal playstyle, I build to try and get like either around or behind the other person. So I feel like for me, the blue tactical, clearly the blue tactical is better for like spamming, close range, and just like I guess surprising maybe. So for my personal playstyle, which like is like quick building but getting around the person while building, I would say the blue tack. But the heavy shotgun definitely it's definitely like it's close. It just for my playstyle.
Okay, well, yeah, my playstyle, I can agree with you on that. Is definitely, I think the blue tack's better because, like, I'm always the type of guy that will, like, rush someone and just try to basically have a build off and try to get the better of them. So that's why I think the blue
But I feel
tack's
like in that
better.
situation, the heavy shotguns, it's just a little bit better off, you know?
Well, I don't know because you can spam the tack and like if you shoot your pump and then switch to your tack real fast and then spray your tack, like you're most likely gonna win the fight if you hit your shots and like
Well, what are
if you
what are
have
you
the better
gonna do
positioning.
if they spot you rushing and they have height? Like, you're basically done.
I feel like during a build battle, you don't take many shots consecutively. I feel like the more span, like in a situation where you have to span your weapon better, it attacks, you know, by far better. But if you're in a build fight, I feel like you're only able to take off like 1 or 2 shots on the actual person before he builds you away, right? And I feel like you want more damage in those situations, and a heavy shotgun is just, you know, better off like that.
I can get what you mean by that. I feel like though, like poking away damage with attack though. Yeah, with the tack, I feel like that, like, as long as I can get a shot in and just winnow them down and make sure, like, my building is ahead of theirs, so that way they can't get that shot in me, or, not in me, like, that shot on me.
Yeah.
At least that's how usually my fights go, so that's why I'd say attack. I get what you mean, though, that, like, I think a heavy shotgun punishes harder, though. Like, attack is more of, like, a longer fight, where I feel like the heavy... It just takes one mistake for that one person to get them off. Yeah.
All depends on someone's like playstyle.
Hello, everybody.
Oh.
Okay, I get what you mean.
What do y'all think about H1Z1? You think it's gonna be?
I feel like from like seeing it, it's definitely I feel like it's gonna be easier to understand than watching PUBG. And I feel like it's gonna be faster paced. I feel like it's just gonna be way better, like, not fan interaction, but like watching it as a fan. I think is gonna be more enjoyable.
I'd like to say something real quick. Me and Taco have talked about it like way before Fortnite ever came out on console. The first PUBG or like PUBG type game, like Battle Royale, yeah. They come out on console is going to do great, just because of, like the fan base, like. Console has over the PC. I wouldn't say like it's that much bigger than the PC. Casual gamers definitely have. If you're a casual gamer, you're going to get a console. You're not going to go out and buy a gaming PC.
Yeah.
So I think that like it was basically. I don't know. I just don't see how they didn't see that the console needed a battle royale game and how successful it could be.
All right. Well. What I think is, I think when H1Z1 comes, I think like COD's gonna officially die. That's really what I think.
Nah,
like,
I'm gonna give
COD slightly died with Fortnite. Actually, a lot died with Fortnite, and like.
I get what you mean by that, because like there were a lot of COD pros that like were dedicated to only COD. Like JCap, I never saw JCap from like BO2 to IW. Never play a different game, and occasionally I see him on Fortnite. It just like. I get what you mean by that. Like now that there's gonna be 2 Battle Royale games on console, and it's gonna be it's gonna be free, right? I believe when it comes out.
We don't know. They haven't announced it yet.
Okay.
The beta is probably gonna be free though.
If it comes free, I think definitely I think the Battle Royale community would probably I don't know if it's split because Fortnite is just that huge, but you're definitely gonna have some huge content creators making videos on that, which that's gonna bring a bunch of fan base to that game, and I'm sure. Battle Royale is just the most addicting, online, game mode to play right now. So, I think it's gonna be extremely successful when it comes to PS4.
I actually agree with that. I think it's just because, you know, you'll add more casual gamers just to the player pool.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Completely agree.
Another thing to think about though is, in player-based terms, H1Z1 has kind of died on the PC.
True.
Yeah, but this can definitely resurrect it. Going to console, it can resurrect it. You know.
Oh, for sure, because it's a bunch of new players.
The only thing though, it can't have that same terrible launch as PUBG did on Xbox One, because that was terrible.
Yeah.
if it
And
has
that's what I
that,
was saying at the very beginning.
yeah.
Is if H1Z1 learns from PUBG's mistakes, don't have a bad launch, and fix your glitches that that happens consistently throughout.
Exactly what you said. Like that, if they learn from mistakes made by PUBG, I think they could definitely rise back up in the Twitch streams, because like they used to be like the top. That's what everybody used to play, and then PUBG came out and took over that, and then Fortnite, and now you don't even see them in the top 25 anymore for streamers. So I get what Rob's saying, but I feel like just because it's going to be on console now, it could get back up in popularity, and maybe even the PC community will get bigger because of it. I don't know about that, but it might, Yeah. My opinion on it.
Is that it for that topic?
That's all I have to say for that.
Taco, Davey, you got something?
Yep,
Alright. For my topic, we're going back to COD, and we're talking about the current situation of the Optic Gaming roster.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's like, well, I don't want to say it's known, but it's widely spread that Karma is probably getting dropped, and Gunless might become the fourth. And if that doesn't happen, Formal's getting dropped. I wanted to know what you guys thought about that.
Select your hero.
I've been saying this since probably like, towards the end, beginning of like World War II. Like Karma hasn't performed. You can tell by, I don't know which event it was. It might have been the first event, but Karma made a really, really stupid play and captured a flag when he was in fire on London docks. And he, instead of trying to go for a flag that would have won them the game, which ended up winning them the game, he was camping, and it was just such a weird play. And I thought, just because of that, I feel like he's not the same Karma that we're used to seeing with 3 rings. Just because the old Karma, I'd say, would make a play on the flag, but he didn't even attempt to make a play, So I feel like if anyone's gonna get dropped, it will be Karma, and I think Formal's gonna stay just for a little bit longer. That's just my opinion. And then Gunless being added. Good.
You also gotta think that Karma taking like a row of 3 known like players, like 3 of the best players in the game. Well, could be. I know they're not performing. Taking like that role as like I don't even know how to put it. He's basically just the OBJ player.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
The guy that does the rest.
And you can't base like his stats in one play in cap off like his career performance on Optic Gaming. Like he was great in BO3. He did good for them in AW. I didn't really watch much IW to be honest, but I'm sure you did.
Oh, he made plays. He made plays.
So you can't really like say he's a weak link. You know what I mean?
I get. For my opinion on that, or unless Taka, you have something else to say for your side. Okay. For my opinion on this, I think dropping Karma, like, I think Karma maybe just doesn't work on this team anymore. I don't know what it would be. Maybe it's just like how they are as like friends outside of the game or something. I just don't think he works well on the team because, like Rob was saying, his career, like, he's never had like a bad year. He's done like BO2 Ghost, one of the best players in the game, going to AW. Before he was on Optic Gaming, he had a top 5 KD in the league. And then BO3 IW took more of the lesser role to like pick up the things that like the Scump, Formal, and Crim, they're gonna slay out. He's gonna pick up either Hill, whatever he needs to do. But he's never been like bad. I feel like he just took up that role because he knew how well they would be. And I feel like just maybe this is their time to like change, and maybe this is like the final like. This was for sure. This roster like is done. There's always like a cap of when a roster is gonna break up, like when its lifespan is gonna be. I feel like Optics hit their lifespan, and for like if Gunless is coming to Optic, this is my opinion on that. If I imagine it'd be like a buyout situation where they have to buy out the contract, but I don't think Rise would pick up Karma because like everybody's perception of Karma in the league is probably like. You're dropping Karma, Gunless, who's your second best flex player in the game for a player who people notoriously have been saying isn't performing and showing it. So I don't know if Rise would give up Gunless like that, or that easy. So I don't know if Optic would be able to get Gunless. So in my opinion, if they're dropping Karma, I feel like Formal's going to try and bounce. I feel like he may know, not know, but I feel like in hindsight they won't be able to get Gunless. So I feel like he's gonna leave. Karma's gonna get dropped, and then Scump and Krim. I've heard rumors of John and Octane coming to fill up Karma and fill Karma and Formal spot on Optic. But then again, like Rise and LG are a top team in the world. Scump hasn't been performing the absolute best. Krim's been performing great. But like, I just feel like Optic's in a bad situation of like, if they can actually get a good fourth or a good half of a team. So in my opinion on the situation, like final, I feel like Karma's definitely gone. And I feel like Formal most likely will be leaving and not getting dropped.
Now, regardless of any restrictions, who do you think will be the best players to fill that void on Optic?
In a perfect world, is that what you're saying? Like
Yes.
a perfect world?
Yeah, in a perfect situation.
Octane Gunless, probably.
Yeah, I feel like Octane's a perfect example. Of,
Because
like,
then
a former-
Octane's probably the best they are in the game. Him or Slasher, but Slasher ain't, unless he's, doing KD stuff and switching back to another team. Like, I feel like Octane's their best bet to try and get, and then Krim is gonna play sub with Scump, I feel. And then I feel like if you're gonna pick up support, you're either gonna pick up JCap, which actually JCap could go with Octane, I could see that. So maybe JCap, but like perfect scenario, Gunless and Octane, perfect scenario.
I think an even better team would be Octane, JCap, Scump, and Krim. I think that would be literally.
Yeah, I'd love to see JCap on Optic.
That'd be,
JCap on. That'd be
nice.
amazing.
Yeah, that's my opinion on the.
Alright.
Okay. Well, let me add a question on top of the question itself.
Yeah.
What do you think went wrong?
With the roster?
Yeah,
Lack of practice.
because-
Lack of practice.
Oh yeah, for
No,
sure.
but I also feel like it's team chemistry. Because
Yeah.
their expectance coming in when they first formed that roster was literally dominance. Like, they were projected to win every fucking event. Sorry, I cussed. I don't know if I'm
No,
allowed.
no, you're fine. You're fine. You can.
But I'm pretty sure they came out the bat and lost to FaZe their first tournament.
They lost
so I'm
a
sure
reverse
that
sweep.
hurt.
Like,
Yeah,
they
that
came from.
definitely
Yeah,
hurt.
definitely. Are you done on that your side of it, Rob?
Just one more thing I'd like to add.
Okay.
I've heard rumors that Formal and Scump hate each other.
I've heard
also heard
those
that
too.
too.
Yeah, I've heard that. Well, not heard, but my opinion on it is, like Optic is 100% like the best team of all time, the best roster, best team, but they were never the most dominant team. Like Cole won 9 out of 10 or 9 out of 11 tournaments in their lifespan. Like, obviously not compared to the amount of tournaments Optic played in, but from that time, Cole was gonna win the tournament. Optic, when they first formed, obviously they lost. Then they started to win again. Did terrible at champs. Lost to FaZe, I think, twice in AW, and then went on another win spree. Same thing in BO3. IW didn't perform until they performed in Dallas, I believe. Yeah, Dallas, and then Season 2 champs. World War II, Karma had that video where he was like, free dubs or whatever. They went to one grand final and lost it. So I feel like maybe it's just like a mental thing too of why the roster isn't working out. Like, after so long of being on the roster, or like them being together, they finally maybe realize that we are so good, but maybe not together. And knowing, I watched Formal and Halo, and knowing his personality, he's very, very competitive. If he isn't winning, he's absolutely not right. He may not show it, but he's not right. He's pissed, he's sad, he's whatever. So I feel like them not making a roster change affected how they kept playing, and then the lack of no practice. I think that's just like a combination of like not winning, not meeting expectations, and then just lack of practice ruined that team.
You know what really caught me off guard about them is honestly I thought they'd be like going into World War II. I thought they were going to be like a really good boots on the ground team, but they haven't done shit this year.
Yeah.
And
I would also like to compare them almost help each other out.
Do you think any of the players are just too heavy-headed to you know, maybe just like pass some of this greatness on to someone else? Like, I feel like having Karma like almost play heel bitch, quote unquote. Like, maybe he's not the best player to do that. Maybe it's like perhaps it's Scumpy, but maybe he's just too big-headed to to play as heel bitch. Do you think like ego has an effect on this? Do you think any of the players are just being, very ego-y?
I feel like if it was any player, it'd be Scump. I feel like, no offense to him, but since like he started playing competitive, like the day one he started playing competitive, he was called like the most talented player of all time. Like, when you have that title since 2011, you're gonna have an ego throughout the rest of your career. And I'm sure he's the one with the ego. I don't think.
And do you think it's affecting the team?
Oh, probably, definitely, because like, I feel like if you're having Karma be okay, here's the thing with Karma. He's a support player that likes to run an AR. When you have him Hill, you're not having your best presence in Hill. You're not having your best sub presence taking those close range gunfights. For most Hills. Most Hills you're taking those close range gunfights. But if you put Scump in the Hill for the whole time, I think you're gonna win most of your gunfights in there. He's the most talented player on that roster for like gun skill. Why not have him in that roster? And it's just because he doesn't want to, probably. He doesn't like how it plays. So I feel like yes, I feel like that has an effect on the roster.
Alright. Does anyone else have anything else to say about that topic?
I'd like to add to the ego part. I think that Call of Duty is the most, like, professional-wise, I think it's the most egotistical esport, without a doubt.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
the pros have the biggest egos I've ever seen. And it doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you play them in a pro point match, they will literally ask you to give them the win, which honestly, I mean, like, that just makes me mad.
Obviously, like any team would like most likely lose unless it's a pro team, but like you don't say that to like the viewers. Like, all the people playing pro points are most likely viewers of competitive COD, so like you shouldn't say that. Like, yeah, I get what you mean, 100%. COD is like, there is no doubt COD, like. And it's weird, because, like, you'd think it'd be, like, a PC game where, like, it takes way more skill than, like, a console game, but it's just weird how it's, like, Call of Duty. Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
That's strange. Yeah, I agree.
That's all I have.
As well as that.
Same.
Anybody like to pull out their second topic? I can take it if no one else will, because I have a topic in mind.
Good.
Okay, so... Oh, what? Sorry?
Good.
Okay. I wanted to talk to you guys about... I know, like, you guys don't watch Overwatch League, but it's not about, like, the actual league. It's about, like, the system. Like, franchising, like, having, like, a city-based team. Where, like, they sell the merch in that area and stuff. Like, what do you guys think about that? And, like, what esport do you think... what esport do you think is going to be the next one to get that? How impactful it is in esports? And, like... How are you guys upset that COD didn't get it first, considering Activision is part of the Overwatch League?
No, it's a dying game. I mean, like I said, when did this happen? Like this year, right? It happened this year or last year?
Yes.
At that time, COD was dying because IW was the game, right?
Yeah.
So
I can agree with Taco on that.
That's probably why they chose to stick with Overwatch, just because
COD was a
bigger
game.
Yeah. Overwatch brought way more viewers. Like, it's
COD
probably
was
for the best.
definitely I agree with that standpoint.
But it's sad to me though that they're letting it die. They're not trying.
Yeah.
Like, they try to bring in viewers with Overwatch. They don't try to do anything with COD. That's what's making me mad.
Yeah.
Like, even like Halo a esport that's been dying since like 2013 and like doesn't bring in near like their grand final of the world championship brought in 30K. That's a grand final of the world championship. That's nothing compared to like COD gets 100K for the grand final of the world championship. So like they tried to fix competitive. They tried to make it better. They tried to get fan base. COD has so much potential to be a tier 1 esport, but like right now we're tier 3. Like Rocket League is beating us in an esport like tier.
100%.
Like it's crazy, and like they don't care. They don't care how many fans they have on COD. They don't care how many true fans want to play. It just comes down to money. And like if they see COD doesn't make enough money, they're not gonna try. And it's dumb, but that's how it is. Back to
Do you think God's gonna get resurrected?
I think it comes down to BO4. Like we've been saying it for like the past like 3 years. It comes down to this game, but like having like the rumors of I'm sure one of you has the topic about the Overwatch like type COD, which we'll get into. But like if the rumors are true about the Overwatch thing or there being Battle Royale in COD, like this is the game that's either gonna make it or break it. Like
I agree with that.
It's either gonna flop massively for the comp scene. Like it could sell a billion copies, unrealistic, but a billion copies, but the comp scene could still die. Like if we're talking about the comp scene being resurrected, like it's gonna be a make it or break it situation.
Definitely.
I honestly think we're still, even if BO4, let's say it does good, it brings back a like decent amount of players. Like people are playing pubs for fun, like to have fun on the game.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do for the next 2 years then?
Yeah.
Because we're relying on Treyarch too heavy. We can't just say, oh, well, Treyarch will get it in 2 years. Treyarch will get it next year. You know what I mean? We need a good COD every year.
Like the obvious answer is drop Infinity Ward, drop Sledgehammer from the rotation. But that's not gonna happen. They're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
What if they made a COD like every other year or like every 30 years?
See, that's probably, like, if you really think about esports, that's probably, like, if you really think, the biggest esports in the world have been going on for, like, 5 years. CS has literally had the same damn maps since 1999 or some shit. LOL, the same shit. Dota, the same shit. Smite, Overwatch, Rocket League is literally freaking soccer, dude. COD makes a game every year. It's not to be like a typical COD fan, but it's the same thing. It's the same game every year, just with minor tweaks.
I agree.
And that's where the flaws come in.
But they're offering this Battle Royale and an Overwatch sort of deal. Maybe they are trying to fix the game. I heard Rob say earlier that they feel like the developers aren't doing anything to try to fix COD, but maybe this is like just a step in the right direction, I feel like everyone, like a lot of people are just getting Black Ops 4 just because of how infamous Treyarch is about making CODs, because everyone agrees that they are probably one of the best COD makers.
They make the best comp games, for sure.
If this game misses, if this game is not to the standards that Black Ops 2 was, or Black Ops 3 was, or MW2 was, then they're done. They're toast. Because I'm definitely not gonna buy another COD. This one sucks. Because I've already bought 2 CODs in a row that suck. Why take a third chance? Why take a fourth chance if So I feel like if they get this one right, there's a chance that they can survive. But if it's off, if it sucks, if the launch isn't good, if one minor tweak like let's say they have let's say they don't have leaderboards before they have like DLC weapons in the thing, then yeah, they're gonna miss. That's it for COD.
Yeah, like this really is the last year. Go ahead, Rob.
I feel like Activision, imagine an orange, right? They're trying to make some orange juice, right?
Okay.
The orange is already halfway fucking gone out of juice, and they're still trying to squeeze every single little drop of juice they can get out.
Gosh.
That is
what COD is.
It literally is. And then as soon as that last drop comes out, in the garbage. Exactly. And this might be the last drop, dude. I mean,
I'm giving the only reason why I'm giving Black Ops 4 a chance is just because of how infamous Treyarch is.
And it's almost sad, bro, seeing a game like you grew up with, like,
oh,
literally,
Yeah.
us as like friends met playing COD, and the
Yeah.
fact
Yeah.
that it's gone, like, and it's their fault. It's
Oh,
not like,
100%.
I don't know, man. It pisses me
If
off.
anything, COD does have a toxic community, but if anything, it got toxic because they never fixed the games. If anything.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure if they would have fixed the games community, it would be a lot better.
Yeah, because like IW, like, it was just, dude, that game, like, I teamed with you guys. You know how much I hated that game. You know how much I complain about the damn problems of that game. Like, and like obviously, like you guys didn't complain about it nearly as much as I did. I bitched about the game entirely. And like, I'm sure there's many people that felt the same way. Cause like, you guys know that like I came from like older CODs, like played competitively and everything. And like,
Yeah.
seeing like that game as the new competitive like game for COD, oh, that just like that hit me in the heart, dude.
It's really like unmotivating to play, you know.
It really is.
Yeah.
Me and Baby and Resist tried so hard to play that game for as long as we could.
Oh my god, we
And
really did.
It got to a point to where we just gave out. Couldn't play it anymore.
Couldn't do
Like-
it, yeah.
And like, no matter like how hard like I like got hype at the game or how hard like I like motivated myself, like I couldn't play it. Like it just like at one point I put so much energy like you guys did, and then just brick wall COD ghosts, boom. But yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a topic involving like the new COD Overwatch thing or the Battle Royale? Anybody want to talk about? Like
I don't.
as a whole,
I don't.
instead of just like the big picture of it,
I
Rob?
think this is just, as I said, I feel like this is Activision trying to squeeze out anything they can get, try to take any last money they can get.
Okay.
To, like, I don't even know what they're gonna do, honestly.
So like,
They own part of Overwatch, right?
yeah,
I guess
yeah.
they just put the resources into that after like a couple more years of COD. I don't know.
Do you think that's why they're making it possibly Overwatch based? Because that's succeeding right now, and like maybe that can like make the orange full again.
From what I heard so far, they ditched the Overwatch thing because
Okay.
it felt so like not like an original COD, and they didn't want to keep going with that.
Okay.
But what also scares me is the fact that they are changing the entire multiplayer with a fucking, I'm sorry,
You're fine,
half
you're
a
fine.
year
You can
left until release.
Yeah, that
Half
is
a
scary.
year.
That is scary.
That is
Think about it, they
terrifying.
had 3 full years, and they're changing it
And they're
with
changing it
half
with
a
half.
year.
Well, isn't that the same thing with IW? They worked on the fucking campaign for 8 months, and then they worked on multiplayer for like what, 4, something like that? Wasn't that the rumor?
That's not enough time to put out a good game. Like that's not.
Like that's
Or a good
ridiculous.
Yeah.
multiplayer.
Because I feel like that's probably what they thought like about the original Overwatch idea. Like, oh, original Overwatch idea so far off of COD. It's like we're just gonna look like we're just gonna look like okay, we're copying Overwatch to try and get them like back into COD. But I feel like if they were gonna do the Overwatch thing, like if they stuck with it, I really wonder would it have been like a Rainbow Six style? But like you know what I mean, like because like they have like classes in Rainbow Six, or correct? It's like a character with stuff. I wonder if that's what it would have been like but with like a respawn, which like Overwatch has. Which it would have been interesting to see that, but at the same time, like the community, like I think just the community wants just like they want that BO2 COD. Yeah, they want that traditional. Like, okay, perfect example, a BO2. They want that traditional game that, like, they can get on.
That everybody
There's-
loves.
Yeah, there's constant updates, fixes going into the game, like,
Hold on.
Huh?
That is a whole nother topic. That just made me mad. Look at a new game like Fortnite that already updates weekly and fixes pretty much everything they need to fix. They add in a new gun a week. COD takes what, like a month, like to put out an update, and it still adds more like things wrong, and they don't end up changing that to the next patch.
Oh, 100%.
Maybe even take lessons from Fortnite.
Yeah.
Maybe
for sure.
take I just like Activision just like done probably. Like they're probably realizing they're putting so much money into the Call of Duty. Like this would be sad and depressing, but I'm not gonna lie. If there was like, this probably wouldn't happen, but if there was like a news report like gaming and that Activision is canceling like the Call of Duty series line, I wouldn't be surprised. If they're not making enough money of what they're putting in, which isn't enough in general, but if they're not making enough money, they're just gonna focus on different series probably. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
To be honest.
Like dropping the whole series, that's 3 years of putting money into a developer to then have them make a game that granted, BO3 good game, AW good game, but as a whole, like as the whole community, they were granted with bad reviews. People didn't like it as an overall. And then like Ghost, people didn't like. AW, again, community-wise, they didn't like it. BO3, more of the community liked it, but still like not like the entire community. And then IW, obviously, World War II, obviously. You know what I mean? Like they're realizing that like.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but Taco needs an invite back to the party. Somehow he disconnected.
Come here.
You're... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that like just Activision, it might be over for them. They're like, you know, we got our money from BO2, MW2, MW3. You know, we got our microtransactions from supply drops in BO3. We're out. You know, might be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's a whole another reason why COD like went down the drain.
Most microtransactions.
Yeah, that. How much money do you make off of that? Like some ridiculous amount.
Too much.
Like, yeah, that was just. I don't know why they did that. I mean,
we need to go back to the gaming where you literally buy a game for 60, right? You get the full game, man.
Yes, yes.
You should not have to buy DLC if you just bought the full game. It doesn't make any sense to me, man.
Like the hamburger, like I don't know if you guys see the hamburger meme where it's like full game, full hamburger. You know, like back in like 2000s, full hamburger, full game. Now it's like the buns are the full game, the hamburgers DLC 1, the lettuce is like a weapon DLC, the tomatoes the skins. Like that's how it is now. It's sad.
Yeah.
I like your comparison there.
I mean, hot dog or not hot dog, hamburger.
Hot dog. Yeah.
But yeah. And then I feel like Activision just got away from the dude. I've complained. I'm gonna start a new topic. I didn't even think about this one until now. Activision literally, like we kind of touched on it, but like I'm gonna give some examples. Like Activision literally never gave a damn about comp for the past like 3 years. Like BO3 they did. BO3 they put in the skins. You know, they gave a shit. You know, they showed people that like they're gonna put in content that people are gonna like for comp. They're gonna get the comp scene into the casual player's eye. In IW, World War II, they literally did nothing for competitive. They added the view system in IW, and there's headquarters where you can watch the tournaments. I forget who I talked. I probably talked to you guys about this, but like in World War II, there is so much they can do to get the comp scene out there. They have the headquarters system.
Yeah.
If there's an event, if there's an event, put a giant ass flag saying like, you know, like Grant, you know, like CWL Anaheim this week. Or, you know, put like flags around showing the team logos. Like get the casual player into comp. Like it's
or like
not that hard.
They could do like their own little like bracket on COD, like of who they think's gonna win.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly.
Like
The
headquarters-
chalkboard.
Their own March Madness.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I'm like-
gosh, what is wrong with COD, dude? Pick me up for the fucking comp scene, bro. But like,
It's literally just the devs not trying anymore. I think they lost like their. I don't
like,
know, man.
like I don't get why. Like CS, like there are so many little esports that like their developers care about them. Like, oh, dude, Rocket League literally started from like Nothing. It started from a free PSN game that people downloaded that turned into a tier 1, tier 2 esport. And the developers, they care about Rocket League. They care about the comp scene. It shows. But for COD, it's like they did care. They realized how much money they made. So let's ride the wave of happiness, and then we're just not gonna help them. Like, we got scumbag.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
could definitely do a lot to get the competitive scene out there more to help it grow.
Like,
But
it's
they just
like,
don't.
and like the bad thing is they own CWL, they own MLG. Like, they literally have the control to help us. It's like they bought the MLG and CWL, and they like literally since they bought it, they've done nothing with it. They haven't
Almost
like
they want
integrated.
their game to die.
Exactly. It's dude. It's a conspiracy. Like they're gonna pull the plug on us. Like, it's sad to think about, but like that might be the reality of COD soon. Like we're just a guinea pig. Or not even a guinea pig. We were the guinea pig, and now they're gonna kill us. We're done.
All right.
Yeah. COD right now is in a state where BO4. Like, what do you guys think about? I don't know if like they declined this rumor or not declined, but like said this rumor isn't true. But like, what would you guys think about the battle royale in BO4 if that was gonna be a thing?
I mean, it's got to compete. They're gonna have to compete with Fortnite and PUBG, and I don't think you really want those as competitors because it could be the
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, they're gonna blow you out the water. Rob, you got any opinion?
I also just don't see it being like good.
Yeah, like in COD, like you literally, it just COD the way you that's what made me think though. Like, if the battle royale thing is true, maybe they are switching up how you play the game or how like the game is played, because in COD, that you killed way too fast. Like even like BO2, you killed way too fast, and like because there's no health bar, there's no way to heal yourself except regen. But like in a gunfight in a battle royale game, like you're not gonna be able to regen. There's no building like there is in like Fortnite. Like it just wouldn't work. So that made me like speculate. What if they are changing how COD is being made? Like what if that is like a new way they're gonna make it like a battle royale based game? Maybe like I think
feel like it would ruin it.
Maybe
completely.
See, in my opinion, I feel like it would get them. I feel like it would kill comp in my opinion, because let's say the battle royale is good. Like I feel like if they added it, I feel like it would make a lot of people happy. Like not true fans, but like more of like the bigger base of the community would be happy about it, because like everybody plays Fortnite. Everybody's gonna play H1Z1 when it comes out. It's a mode that everybody's into now. So a lot of like the less I don't want to say unintelligent, but like the less known people that care about actual COD, they're gonna be happy with it. And then like the pros are probably gonna play it. They're gonna want to play the battle royale, and then like eventually the true comp scene for COD is gonna die. It's just gonna be a terrible mess.
30 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
So like I don't think they should add battle royale, but like I don't either. If Activision wants money, all they gotta do is add battle royale, skins, and there you go. You got millions.
Yeah. All right.
Anybody else have a new topic? Yeah.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
You guys want to talk about season 4 for Fortnite?
Yeah.
Oh, like the superhero stuff.
Yes. What do you think season 3 did right, and what do you think season 3 did wrong?
I'll let you guys like really get into this one, because I didn't pay attention much to season 3 or 4 now. I'll throw my opinions in there here and there.
I think everything they did in season 3 was mostly right. I don't think there's like a.
I don't think there's any big
majority
flaws they
negative.
made, and I thought all the updates were pretty good. I like how they changed like the shotguns.
One thing I don't like about Season 3 is that they focus too much on adding guns instead of fixing problems like bugs.
Oh, I
It
100%
kind
agree.
of turns into a broken game.
Yes. I agree 100%.
I still feel like there's too much bloom. I don't know.
Oh no.
I can't use an AR anymore in this game. Like I don't know what it is.
Shots
Like
don't go where they're supposed to.
yeah, they really don't.
Real quick, I wanna say we're about like I'd say there's like maybe like 5 more minutes of like available podcast time. So give your final opinions in, then I'll give us the outro.
I feel like season 4, what season 3 didn't do right, in my opinion, is the skins weren't too diverse. I feel like the only skin in that people still use is the final one that you get. And also they should add more unique pickaxes. The pickaxes were very lackluster in season 3.
Yeah.
The best one was probably the arm, right? I mean, even the arms ain't that good. Like the number 2 pencil is okay, but it doesn't look like, oh, I want to wear that pickaxe, you know? It makes you want to, like, I wish I had a better pickaxe, in my opinion. And as well, I feel like they should the final the final like level 100. Now you got John Wick in season 3. I think for season 4 they should like the superhero they should use
As the final thing you get. Basically.
Yeah, no, like I feel like for the last one you get like sort of like 3 different skins, you know, 3 different versions of like one skin. And plus they should do something very innovative with skins, because right now skins are getting kind of bland.
Okay. Yeah, I can completely agree on that.
Me too.
Okay.
I think that
I agree as well.
that wraps it up.
Anybody got any
Yep.
final opinions?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Parker, Dave? Alright.
Thank you for having me on, Six.
Hey, no problem, man.
was
Thank
awesome.
you. Yep. Hey, more podcasts in the future.
One more thing.
Okay.
Fuck Activision.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Riot.
Whoa.
Riot. Okay. The wrap podcast up. Thank you everybody for watching. If you guys did enjoy the podcast, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next chapter.